같은 채로 stay 하루 종일 또 색다른 motive fame 그 Grammy 너를 take 매일 갖고 싶어 너만 생각하면 높이 날아 I heard that you've been just searching for someone when you need me right now it's now or never babe I just wanted you to see it's natural desire cause you need me right now with you I can feel it in my body
Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the stream. Well, good morning, wherever you are. "3:30 in the morning here where I am. Nothing like what it does in the film. Still dark. Oh, we had our little 3-hour nap. Here we are, back in it. Back in it for the arrival. Yep. On with that. Yeah. Fixed it. Alright, we're at flight level 390 right now. And we've got about 1,300 miles to go to Vancouver. $18.20, so just under 3 hours before we arrive. There's something out over the ocean and the Pacific. Oh, yeah. I believe Pooh was up here after the flight deck while we were in our rest. We're up now, ready for our arrival. Vancouver. Nice and sunny. Bright, very bright. There's no ATC on at the moment, not in Vancouver anyway. But we could have a look, see what our weather's doing anyway. Hate us. Ellie. It ate us. It is like, yeah. In Vancouver. Sorry, I'm just doing a little breakfast moment here. See? My settings. Open it. Plane. Fine feed. See? Yeah, that's okay. The weather, so information Charlie at 1500 Zoo. That's half an hour old. This one does 100 degrees, 13 knots. Visibility is over 10 statute miles. Clouds, few 8,000. At 20,000. Broken at 25,000. Temperature 14, dew point 9. The altimeter is 29906. That's good enough. Do 100. Lost my trainer. Runway, flight plane. Runway 13. Oh yeah, best. So that's arrival. Okay. We're looking at Frigate 7 arrival. Osh. Bispa Raggett. Isma. But that's what we're looking at, but for runway 13. Runway 13. Got that. It would have landed on runway 13. Okay, we don't get a runway 1. No way. 13. Gonna go for runway 08 left, 08 right. I'm thinking runway 08 left. And 08 left. Cool. See? Parking. Yep, this one parking difference. And we're looking parking right there, 70. Makes sense. 8 left, 70. And Where's Zulu? There we are, Frank. Cam. Alright. The airport. Ways. Okay, runway 8 takes away Mike 1, Mike 3. Mike 1, Mike 3, Mike 5, Brevin. Big condition. And then on F3, AK, Mike 3, Mike 5, and Mike 3 and 5. Vacating Mike 2, probably vacating it. Back right on the mic. Next to it. Okay. Papa. Pretty good. Stay away from that anyway. Worry about that a little bit. Actual arrival. Went the wrong way. Oh, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to have a little bit of breaking. Anyway, finish that. My copy. Little pick me up for 3:30. Monday morning here too, so whatever time it is, and whatever day and whatever part of the world you're in, welcome aboard Enemy Airways. Right, let's see. What's going on out there? What's going on out there? Not a lot by the looks of it, but beautiful, beautiful morning out there. My plane's turning. So, the actual we're scheduled yeah we're scheduled 7:40 local. At what is 7 hours a bit. And 18:21 is our estimated arrival time. 7:21, 19 minutes. So, according to Sunbury, what one? You're at 5 at 17:15, 5:15. We actually started that. We actually were off blocks at math, 2 minus 30, 18, off blocks 3 minutes late. Good you off 5:35. 10:35, 5:30. Actually, off 12 minutes after that, so that off. We could actually fill this tonight. Off, actually up. Over. Do some calculations. At 5.8 approx 5.8, and we're actually off 5:30, so 5 minutes early. That's because we had a pretty taxi. 2 on at 18:38 Zulu. We're estimating 18:21, so we're looking at 17 minutes on, and then at they're not going to be doing an 18. We're scheduled at 18. So yeah, I think we're going to be depending on our arrival, but we're going to be pretty a little bit earlier, a little bit ahead of the schedule. Always good. So passengers will be happy to get 10 minutes extra, 10 minutes of this. We're here early. We left late, but we're here early. Good. So, another step climb. Get on PMDG, right up the top there. Right up there, so we'll find a probably 410. 4 wake up, mate. Yeah, 410. And it's quite bright, eh? Where's our sunshade? Are they in the pocket? Listen. Right. That's sunshade. And it on that side, we need on right. Okay. One at the front. I've seen it before, but I put it out before by accident. So that's not it. Could that be? Does that come off? Over there. Right? Yeah. How do I get that? Maybe that's why, because I had it on that side. Gonna spend all morning trying to work out sunshade up. Where does it go? Yeah. Hold up, where is it? Hide. Where are you, buddy? Where you? You could see you go here. There should be one. And there we go. Either was one. Yeah, spin it, rotate it, do anything or not? Real good. What was that side? Here is from. That was just applying that. Get that going. Oh, I needed an engineering certificate to work out how that goes. O'clock. Waiting. Right now. Oh, that's right, we were working out times. 9 o'clock in the morning. Right now. That'll be, isn't it? 7 hours. How's, where? UTC? That's what we got to be 6 hours. That should be 9 o'clock. Oh yeah, it will be 9 o'clock. Doing 11:40 local, 18. $1,500 now. Make it 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning. 4 o'clock on a Monday morning here for us. How's that out there? But yeah, how long? Back up to the front. Get up the front, mate. Get back up there where you should be. You can do it. Cool. Why not go and bring in our do it. Just something that how many around with it later on. Age it. Reason we get a different runway. But at this stage, if this looking definitely. I'll tell you what. Break the Monday too. Actually, no, actually, 230 knots into 50 time left. Practice. But that's what we got on here. What else can we do? Radar are they required? Safe altitude, 100 knots. These are two not off. Finish approach authorized via runway. Those reliable at the other side. On our nav aircraft, you mustn't say it's a vacancy. Yes, we got it. All right. We just crossed something. Brings up. That must be our exit. Oh, that'll be our ETOPS exit. Now we're out of ETOPS. Big spot up there, which is that's taking me at some point. That's the all bets and coverage game. Oh, these are ground control on. That's okay. Oakland ground on. Denver Center. Not going to any of those places. We don't need to worry. Anyway. Oh, it's so weird. Really, really early. AE. AE. What airport? Subsolvent. Okay. Heard of this airport. Airport. Eugene Airport. Wow. That looks like we're definitely not getting. Oh, wait a minute. Basement. Ooh, oh, we got a memory. How do we get that memory thing? But the random or I had that document. Altitude. And with nothing below it except a few clouds and you don't. Oh. Yeah, ground speed. What? Seatbelt change. Yep. 22 now. So we might actually get in late. Probably. Good loss, like 80 knots of ground speed now that we're up this end. Find the return, you'll get a good tailwind out of the west coast of North America, and run into a nice headwind closer to. Oh. Struggle. Gonna be doing now. With final reserve fuel. £5.6 tons. Is that what we had in there? So we're going to have just under an hour of extra fuel at this stage. 5.6, about 6 ton extra fuel. Doesn't look like we're going to need to get off that last, what's that thing called? ATIS. ATIS that we got. Out as high, and so we should be able to go straight in. Should have any dramas otherwise. As for traffic, doesn't look like we're gonna have any drama with traffic either, because pretty quiet. Reverse here. And out. He's going in, but he's almost there. So it's but super quiet. So we be absolutely fine, Blade and Dandy. You're gonna need to know this B stuff up there, which we do. And do we go around? Possible when officer. But not. Very good. Yep. I tell myself that all the time. Yeah. Put it in front. So anyway, up ahead of us. Anyway, let me just go and quickly clean up my breakfast mess, and I should be back within few minutes. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll just go and clean up my breakfast dishes and I'll be back to carry on. We're back. We're back. We're back. Nothing happening in the area. Too quiet. That cloud I can see, we're coming up to it. No cover. Oh, we. It's cool. You can see like where the clouds are lined up across the horizon there. Pretty cool. Ooh. You see my mic? Like it was right on me. Just getting me some water. You to stay hydrated while we're flying, you know. Altitude. Dehydration is a real thing. Okay, thank you. No, very good to go. Yeah, heating bug. Yeah. Oh, this one. For our arrival. Okay, by now. Starting to come in. Bright though. Very bright. Goodness. My sunny's on while I'm in some. Very clear. I'm 198. I'm not in the makes me 119 187 and 1198. Same as America. We call it. Use the CTAP frequency. No controllers on. If that's the case. But frequency, two on the ground at bank. Both on different frequencies. One that just landed is on 1186. On 198. 1187 primary, 4 different up to 1187 south to the 1195 bed planning. Nobody knows how to do this. Oh, what happened to my sky? Where did this? Right. It's here. About up here. About last step. Up. Quite level. 4-1 is will be our final. We're going to be up there for maybe an hour or so. Getting to put a cloud around now. That's cool. Blue up here and then hazy down there on the horizon. Pretty. Sounds like it's a good part. Fine over. I supposed to be God's up. Good. Really good. Ah. That better there? Yeah. I think that's better. Like the. I think if you turn it that way, maybe it picks up better on any which way you have your microphone pointed, I guess. Get it pointed wrongly. A perfect level and right in line with all of these battle I going through for a little while now. Right in line with it. Perfect. Perfect line with it. Big climb coming up. Get us just up above it. sitting on top of it. But it should. Now, imagine how cold that wing is right now. What's the temperature outside? 58, minus 58. That'd be pretty, pretty cold. But a little bit of cloud there. Rough here. Ooh, that. Right, so this. How they got the. As soon as we went into it, see how it buffeted it a little bit through that disturbance of the air. We've been streaming, excuse me, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. Alright, it doesn't seem like it's been that long, but out of it, gone by pretty quickly. Oh, rather quickly. Look out here and see what's going on around us. Yep, nothing. Nothing at all, at all, at all. No one near us anyway. Out here on our land, son. So I think this, when we get to Vancouver, this plane carries on through the Heathrow, and you know, we feel we might, when it gets back Heathrow, well, that's nearly 24 hours. Yeah, that's not what happens. But I know it goes to, I think it goes to Heathrow. We'll go somewhere anyway. It doesn't get back till tomorrow morning. So we might see if we can grab it and fly it back to Auckland. Auckland at the moment is giving me absolute dramas with performance. But last night leaving Auckland was the first time I really noticed the performance. I've had a little bit of a crap moment there just after liftoff. You know, it was fine after that, but it's when you go back in for some reason, flying back in, the performance is shocking. Coming in on the approach is even worse. You come into the land and it's just light show, especially on very, very, very short final. I'm not sure if that's because of it's the flight beams scenery or not, but apparently flight beam Auckland is not, or it's not officially compatible with 2024, but it seems to work except for the air bridges. Obviously they don't work with GSX, but if you use the in-game ATC it works, as I found out this flight. Use in-game ATC for the air bridge and they actually work, but for the GSX it doesn't work. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe an incompatibility somewhere along the line, but I don't know if that's what's causing my issue. I thought about actually not using it and seeing how it goes, but oh my. I looked at the default airport and it's rather horrendous. Very horrendous. So we'll see what happens. Whatever. I mean, that's not till tomorrow, so. Oh my gosh. Got a whole day. Whole day to work. Might be able to pick up a flight tomorrow up to, I think it goes to Heathrow, so maybe tomorrow we can do a Heathrow. We'll see how we go. What happens when we get there. Oh, we've gone past with our wispy clouds. We haven't got any more. Looks like we come up. Our last step climb. Yeah. A little bit of cloud around. Oh, we'll finish this stream this morning. I'm pretty tired. Finish the stream and then I'll go to the gym, do what I've got to do, and maybe, yeah, like I said, later on I have maybe more than likely tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow morning. How they can find a fight, how to include a continuing fight, because I know this aircraft will carry on through the Heathrow. Comes back in the morning, and actually morning, yeah, morning. They'll be back in the morning. Leaves again. Once he gets back, it leaves tomorrow morning. Back off. I grab that one and bring it back, but we'll see how it goes. Another early morning. Only good thing about that is, for me personally, is it'll be an early start, but I'll be out for the whole flight. Go back to Auckland because it get back to Auckland, I think around 7 o'clock local time, 7 p.m. Yeah, be nice and yeah, perfect timing for me to do the flight. But be awake for the whole flight. I did plan on trying to stay awake for the whole flight, but this I was like, oh, yeah, this ain't working. I'm going to sleep. Imagine if I did stay awake and did the whole stream. We'd be at over 12 hours now. We haven't got there. It'll be a really long stream, 14-hour stream. Looks like we're at flight level 410 now. Yes, we're at flight level 410. We got no more wispy clouds. I was looking forward to sitting on top of those. Now they're gone. Sun came out and decided to destroy them. That's it. I won't put it in anyway, just for now. We're planning the Regate 7 arrival by transition. Less than 2 left. Wait. Why did they come up with discontinue for? And it was already in there. Interesting. Where are we on here? And come up on out, we don't need that anymore, so we can put that in there. Our ETP in front of us. So we're at flight level 410. 120. Right. 15. I want it again. Okay, next page. We're way to across that fun point. Got it all now. In front of us. Keep it like that for now anyway. bit. Change. Keep our heating bugged. There we go. Ground speed back now. We tailwind. 507 knots ground speed. It picks up those sounds, but otherwise I just want to pick up my voice. What brand is this mic? Epic. Good enough for what I use it for. Does the job. Bit of cloud around. This. Patches around the place. There's patches here, there, and everywhere, I guess. Okay, we pretty much reached our equal time point there, so we're fine. Throw that in there. We don't need the time point no more. Ring. Right. Getting there to show all of it. Get a request our forecast. I'm actually wait. Ever see this ever change? It never changed. 197, 198, 196, 185. Requesting. Let's see if it actually changes. I haven't never seen it change. Comes back with exactly the same as already in there. Okay. 197, 198, 196, 185, 72. Good. Let's load. See? That's insane. Nothing changed. Still the same. It's see what our updated weather is. Vancouver. See the time. See that time. 27 now. 18:27. We're getting closer. Okay, Vancouver information delta at 1600. Early surface wind is 100 degrees at 10 knots. Still pretty much the same as it was before. Birdies over 10 statute miles. Clouds few at 8,000, breaking 22,000 now. Temperature's 15, dew point is 9, the altimeter 909 at 8. The cloud layer has come down a bit. 5,000 before. 909 at 8. That in there, and then when we get closer, we'll do another one and see what the trend is. $9.09 at 8. Trend because it's gone up. Ain't close. San Diego's busy. An event over there or something. One thing I don't go following events around. I just do the flights I do, and happens to be into and out of an event airport, and so be it. I never planned them. I never had to go and fly in that event. I did it a long time ago, like years ago. I used to, when I was first getting used to Batson, I guess. I used to do a lot of events, like follow them around to learn and get used to it, I guess. Because I'm sure pretty much everyone, or most people, not everyone, but a lot of people, when they first jump on Batson, are a little bit nervous. I remember my first time on Batson was in America, actually. I did a flight from, I think, out of Chicago. I can't even remember where I went. So long ago. But I remember calling up and getting a clearance and all that kind of stuff, and I had no idea what it meant. Like, honestly, I had no idea. I just heeded what I heard, and still didn't mean nothing. Just because I read it back, it didn't mean that I understood it. And then I mean, I got to admit that the controllers were really patient, really good, because they kept pinging me. Like I was getting these messages to contact me and contact me messages, and I just remember thinking, "How? I don't even know how to contact you, mate." Like, I mean, I had no idea. I was like in the dark, and I'm trying to think where I flew to. I think I flew to Jacksonville or somewhere like that. But I mean, there was ATC coverage the whole flight, and I spoke to no one on pretty much the whole flight except for when I was in Chicago. I was speaking to a controller. But because I'm pretty sure when I took off out of Chicago, they told me to contact departures. I think that's where it went all like pear-shaped for me. I just, okay, average a departure. I had no idea what it meant. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, so I just stopped talking to them pretty much, and I was getting pinged as I was going through all the different airspaces, like repeatedly, like contact me, and I was looking at it like, how do I do this, mate? I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. It wasn't until I'm sure I went to Jacksonville, I think it was, I flew to. And it wasn't until I was coming in and I finally worked out how to do it, what they were talking about. And I was getting pinged by approach, and I was like, I don't even know. I didn't know how to private message. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to reply to anything. I didn't know how to do anything. I was just like dumbfounded, really. And I finally got a hold of approach, and I apologized, like deeply apologized for everything I said, mate. I don't know. This is like really my first time on this. I don't know what I'm doing. But it is really good. And that's where my VETSM experience started, was way back then. And then I focused, I don't even know why it was, I think it was in America because I thought that's the only place that it existed. But I think I just Googled it one day, way back in the day, or looked it up and seen this thing called VETSM, and oh yeah, I'll give that a go. Sounds pretty cool. And yeah, and I thought I thought it was pretty much limited to America. That's why I was flying in America. I did a few more flights in America after that, but then obviously by then I'd worked out how to contact people or controllers, and I got a little bit better, but then I was living in Australia at the time. So I decided I worked out that, you can use this anywhere in the world. You don't have to just fly in America. So I started flying around Australia because I was living there at the time. And I got right into it, and then obviously then I started doing real world flying as well, which made everything else on VETSM make sense to me. Then I decided to give the ATC side a go, see what it's like on the other side of the scope, and I did that for a while. And obviously that helps as well with having a point of view from both sides. It just gives you a different outlook on how everything works and how it should work and how it doesn't work, and yeah, so it was good. That's how I got into VATS, and that was a lot of moons ago now. Anyway, now I don't worry about the control. I haven't done any controlling the ATC for a long time. There's that many kids out there now that are doing it. And it's good. I mean, it's good. It's encouraging to see that the community growing, and that, you know, even kids of today are coming through and they're doing it. It hasn't really, it is, in my view, you know, in my opinion, it hasn't died. There's been a lot of changes like that I've seen since I started, like just behavioral changes with some pilots, some controllers, but I think that's a generational thing. Or everything's moved ahead and moved a lot quicker than what it used to, so that's just my experience on it all. Anyway, I don't even know how we got onto the subject of VATSIM, but here you go. There's a little bit of my history on how I got into it, and, you know, 20 plus years, I'm still here doing it. Yeah, made a lot of good friends, you know, through community over the years, and who I've kept in touch with, and so it's good, you know. It's more than just getting on your sim and having a play. It can be a good source of good way to connect with people, like-minded people, you know, all around the world. And that's the other thing. That's the, like, I mean, I tried that. I tried Beyond ATC. I got nothing against it. It's pretty good. I'd say Intentions, same thing. I think it's pretty good. I mean, especially VATSIM being obviously a hobby, doing it when they have time, or, you know what I mean. It's not my own thing. No one gets paid to do any of this that we do. So those programs are, you know, those ATC programs, they're pretty good. Like, they're not perfect. Nothing is. VATSIM's not perfect either. Obviously, if it was perfect, then I'd have you'd have controllers all the way from start to stop, you know. But you don't, because the community that just volunteers time. But the one good thing that I do enjoy about VATSIM is that when you do, like for me, personally, like for me, if I'm flying, obviously, enemy always is just a figment of my imagination that I've virtually realized in the sim. So I try to do real world ops with a imaginary airline, which is the beauty about flight sim. Do whatever you want. There's really no limits. The limit is your imagination. So anyway, because I'm from New Zealand, and now I'm back living in New Zealand, and we're based all the way down in the middle of nowhere. Everywhere from New Zealand is a long haul flight, other than Australia, which is across the ditch, which is only, you know, 3 hours away, but everywhere else is long haul. So most of my flights that I do are predominantly long haul, which if VATSIM comes in and makes it great, it's like, even though you're sitting at a computer, wherever you are in the world, you're sitting at a computer, and if you're flying to a different country, even if you're in like a country like Australia, or a country like America, or you're in Europe somewhere, you're only flying to you're not flying big distances, but you're flying to another part of that country. Because there's always differences, like Europe. I mean, Europe's got a lot of countries, so they're all close together, but you're flying into another country in Europe. But for me, when you're flying, when I'm flying, like now I'm going to Vancouver, there's no ATC on right now. But is what it is. But sometimes you can get that caught up in it that when you land at your destination, even though you're still sitting in your chair at home and wherever you are doing your simming, and you're still in the same country, you haven't left anywhere physically, your mind is taken away. So I remember a few years ago flying into Frankfurt, Germany, and his controllers on, and when I landed, and there's a guy, one of the guys that was doing the controlling, he was on Frankfurt Tower. He was really good, really good. And he said to me, like, he was talking to me like online, but talking to me like on the channel. He was going, mate, you're crazy. He goes, it must be like 2 o'clock in the morning where you are. But because you don't think about that, you're not thinking about that kind of thing. You're trying to be in the moment, if you know what I mean. And I said, oh yeah, it is too. I didn't even realize it was 2 o'clock in the morning. He goes, mate, you need to go to sleep. He goes, you're crazy. And I said, oh, that's all good, man. I said, but because you're talking to somebody local, like wherever you're landing, somebody local, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, there's been times when I've landed in places and you've got a controller that's not based there, they're based somewhere else in the world, which kind of kills the immersion a little bit, but it's still good, still good. But when you're talking to a local, it makes you feel like you're there. Like, yeah, even though you know you're not there, it's not until you log off that sim and you shut down your sim and then you look around and you go, oh wait, I'm still at home. I haven't gone anywhere. But that feeling is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, there's still nobody in Vancouver. Coming up on Betson radar. Yeah, we've got nothing up there. That's alright. That's right, but look at these ice cream tops, man. That's what they look like, soft serve ice cream. They seem to be getting thicker looking. Not a good thing for flying through them. A bit of bumps and bruises maybe. Anyway, it must be. Let's have a top of the cent on there now. Yep, we do. So 1802. So half an hour before we descend, 257 nautical miles. Alrighty then. Oh my gosh. That happens when you only have like, what time did I get up? 3? Yeah, I literally had 3 hours sleep. And here I am. Back on air to make sure that this flight continues. We don't have a flight where we just take off and then, hey, what happened to that flight? Whatever happened to that guy? He left Auckland, but we never seen if he landed or not. So I came back to make sure that you see if, well, we haven't landed yet, and I'm not looking, those aren't looking good, those clouds in front of me. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna see. Now, I'm pretty new to 2024, like, really new to 2024, so every flight that I do is a test, system wise, you know, because I don't have a high-end system like some people have. Some, I mean, I watched some YouTube videos of people in 2024 and their simulators look absolutely amazing, but I see their like their system specs, and I said, okay, That's probably why. My system specs are nowhere near their system specs. So obviously for me, 2024, I have to be very, very careful about how I set it up, because there's a lot of VRAM, which I don't have a lot of. So I've done a few flights. I've done Auckland to Cairns in Australia. That went fine. Like coming to Cairns was fine. I did. I actually streamed. I did Auckland to Melbourne a couple of days ago, and that went fine too. And the funny thing is that for me, Melbourne has always been like one of those airports for me in the sim that doesn't like me. So previously in 2020 and before that in P3D, I could never get a good performance in Melbourne. Like, didn't matter what I did. Always really laggy, especially on Vatsum. Even if there wasn't a lot of traffic there, this was laggy. So I flew in there a couple of days ago, or yesterday, or whatever day it was, I can't remember. But anyway, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting to see. I was expecting the sim to really get the crap, but it didn't. It was actually the smoothest I've had, and like Melbourne, and even flying in over the city. And that was the other thing. I flew in over the city. I flew on runway 34, which took me over the city. So pretty detailed scenery for the city, and it was like there was a little bit of a couple of stutters through going over the city, but that's because I was panning around and jumping in and out of the cockpit, and just for the view, like. And I was like, they got a bit of stutters there, got stuttery there, but anyway, not bad though. Like, it wasn't bad, but on 2020 and P3D, every time I've flown there, most of the times I've never landed 3-4 on 2020 or yeah, it's always been either 27 or 16, and but you don't even fly over the city coming in on those approaches, but yet I'm still getting really bad lag, especially on Vatsum. So because of that, I'm very, I was happy because I didn't get it in 2024. So 2024 for me likes Melbourne, but it hates Auckland, which is a bummer because Auckland is my base airport. So I can leave Auckland. I'm getting some weird stuff happening on my screen right now. I can leave Auckland perfectly fine. It's getting back into Auckland where it hates me. It's like very, very laggy. Like, I mean, almost as bad as what I used to get with Melbourne, but not quite. And so. Yeah, like I said earlier, I think that I don't know if that's something to do with the fact that Flightbeam Auckland is not officially compatible with 2024. If that may be the issue, I don't know. I'd have to do a test with the default airport and see if it makes a difference. But I'm not really. I don't know what's going on my screen. I don't know if you guys can see that, but. It's like goes blurry. It's probably because I'm struggling because my settings aren't high. But if I put my settings on high, then the whole sim will just struggle and won't be very fun to play or to watch. So anyway, so we get into Vancouver now. So when I was on 2020, I never had any dramas with Vancouver. But I was using Flight Sim Studios Vancouver, which I don't think is compatible with 2024, or I couldn't find anything on it. But FSDT's Vancouver is compatible. Don't know. Don't ask me why, but it is. So I've got that in at the moment, and we're gonna see how that performs. Oh my gosh, these clouds look like they're melting. There's some weird stuff happening on my screen right now. I don't think it can handle it, to be honest. I think she's struggling, that's why they look like they're melting. Oh yeah, my settings is I hate it, I don't like it. But everything comes at a cost, I guess. So I'm running on DLSS mode. Horrible. But for me, like I said, I don't have a lot of VRAM. But for me, running DLSS mode, my VRAM down. I normally run in TAA mode, and then everything is clear. Everything's sharp, if you know what I mean. That's how I normally run, but then I run out of VRAM really quickly on TAA mode. So I found the balance for me is I have to run in DLSS mode to be able to get a decent performance, enough to do a flight, you know, like a reasonably decent flight. But that's the sacrifice I have to make is like the screens. The screens is the biggest thing. If you look at them, they don't look very. Normally on TAA mode, everything's sharp and crystal clear. But DLSS mode, a little bit blurry. And if you move things, then it's really blurry. But that's the price I pay. That's the price I pay for my, so I can actually enjoy the sim like fine. Maybe one day I can upgrade my specs and I can run it back on TAA. But at the moment, yeah, I don't have the available video memory, so I can't do anything about it. Well, I can, but then the system will probably crash and I'd never get a flight completed. So this is the sacrifice I make. Play the game, and like I watched the video, there's a guy out there. He has some really good videos, and he has a really nice looking sim. Like his sim, he used Microsoft 2024. His sim is it's stunning. Like, I mean, it really is really good. But he's running a 5090. It'd be nice, but here in New Zealand, the price of a 5090 is just ridiculous, man. It's like between $6,000 and $7,000. That's a lot of money for just for a GPU. I mean, I could build a whole PC with that kind of money. Let alone just buying a GPU. So, but and say that, yeah, people here that are buying them. Like, I got a good friend that works for one of these computer places, and we talk all the time. And I asked him if people are buying them because of the ridiculous prices, and he said, "You guys, you'd be surprised. People are buying them." I just couldn't justify it, man. I really can't. It's like I said, between $6,000 and $7,000 for just for a GPU. It really doesn't make a lot of sense, and because my friend tells me the same thing, he goes, "It's not worth it, man." For me personally, it'll probably make a massive difference. But what I've seen, and most people are running like 40 series cards I don't. I've only got a 30 series, and I've got like the one of the originals when the 30 series first come out. So before they brought out all their TIs and supers and all that stuff, like I got one of the first 3080s when it came out. So it only has 10 gig of RAM, and 10 gig of RAM. Like obviously you can see I'm flying. It can you can do it, but like I said, at a cost. So I had to run it on DLSS mode, which makes the texture look like they don't look the greatest, but I can fly at least. And I see that Saber Microsoft recommended, like, you know, I think it's 8 gig or 10 gig or something is what their recommendation is for your DRAM, but prefer 12 gig. But from what I've seen watching, you know, YouTube and streamers and that, even 12 gigs not enough. Most people are saying that you need at least 16 gig of RAM. And that may be because there's a leak. There's a VRAM leak in the game at the moment. Whether Sobo eventually rectify that issue or leave it, I don't know. But yeah, no, the GPUs these days are just ridiculously priced. I mean, I could buy a car for that money. A car, like I can get not a fancy car, but I could buy a semi-decent car, same money, that'll benefit me more than a GPU, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know. I seen something the other day about NVIDIA maybe looking at, you know, doing a backflip on their pricing with their cards, because those prices are just ridiculous, man. Even if I was like a millionaire or a billionaire even, I still probably wouldn't buy it. I'd be like, I mean, it doesn't matter how much money you have or you don't have. They just principle alone is like, why would I give you this much money just for that? That makes no sense. You know what I mean? How I see it, but like my friend saying about, like you're saying, people will buy it because there's no other option. Like, and that's the problem. There is no other option, so you're kind of limited. Either suck it up and splash out on the cash, get it, or you just go without. And for me, going without is a real good idea for me, especially right now. I mean, those prices are just, they're over the top, man. They're ridiculously over the top. They make no sense. Getting closer to our destination. So on that note, I need to have a bathroom break, so I'll be back short. Yeah, don't run away. we're back here. We're back. Yeah, I suppose we should be getting ready for our descent. So we're going to stick with our plan of runway 08 left, in about 78 miles. So we're going to be descending via the chart. Here it is. By the Ragged 7 arrival. And it's 10-2A. That A? Or 10-2M. So we come over peak as our transition. We need to cross Bush. Well, we down here. So bring up our left. PCARs, we're tracking a PCAR now. We need to cross Roche at 250 knots between 17,000 and 11,000 feet. In there. Then Bispa at 11,000, Bispa 11,000 above. We got Ragged. And then Desma below 9,000. And then on that a bit. And then we go to Mixes, which we need to cross Mixes above 7,000. We'll make a right-hand turn pretty much on the final. And cross the Dolmar at 210 knots and above 5,000 feet. Get to our MCAM, 3,000 or above. And we're on to our approach, which is Galia Zulu 8 left. Oh. So, got our missed approach. Our minimum's put in at 213 feet. So the ILS is 083 110.5 110.55, so 110.55 083, and it's in park. So MCAM, we go from MCAM onto Comrade. Go into the glide slope at 3,000 feet there. So Comrade 2030. Lead not even on here. Fine. Okay. So in the event of a go around, our missed approach is 3,000 feet. So we will do not exceed 230 knots speed. So climbing left turn onto left turn to 3,000 feet direct to Sesame. So we'll climb out, make a left turn, stay below 230 knots, Sesame, and we'll hold or do as instructed by ATC. So we're landing on runway 08 left. So here's 08 left. We're planning to vacate Mike 5. So we're going to taxi, vacate right onto Mike 5, get a right turn onto Mike, and down to the third exit on Papa to our stand, which will be a gate 20. So if we bring up our gates, gate 70, sorry. So come in Papa, and they'll bring us straight on to 70. That, my friends, is the that's our briefing for our arrival. Okay, so we're coming up on top of this scene. Another thing we want to do while we're here is our performance. We're turning 8 left. Import that from the put our weather and calculate that. Okay, auto brake 2. Calculate. Yeah, auto brake 2 is going to be fine. It'll get us off at Mike 5. We go. So auto brakes be level 2. And our first, so between 17 and 11,000, so we can set 11,000. Our MCP, since we've got no ATC, so we'll just follow the star and do our descent checklist. So recall, checked. Notes, no notes. Auto brake is level 2. Landing data, VREF is. What did we say it was? So the landing weight of 184.7. 187. Here we go. 130. So VREF is 130. Flaps 30 at our minimum is 213. And we've done the approach briefing. And checklist is complete. So we are pretty much ready for our descent, our arrival into Vancouver. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. And hang on a minute. Sorry, I'll be back with you in a second. What we'll do is we'll get the latest weather for our arrival. Then we'll make our announcements. We'll make sure that we make the right announcement, you know. So we're gonna start out the scene. Right. Doesn't matter when we make our announcement, but we'll make one. We'll make one anyway. When we get our weather and give our packs a bit of a update. There you go, we're on our way down. Oh, we're really on our way down. Look at that. Look at that descent rate. And why have I not got a... Oh, we're still waiting on our weather to come through. I don't know what's going on. We haven't got anything yet. Still no ATC on. That looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet one. There we go. It's come through now. Okay. The Vancouver information echo at 1700 Zulu, which was an hour ago. Wow. 20 degrees at 12 knots. Visibility is over 10 metric miles. Clouds view at 8,000 feet. Broken at 22. Temperature 152.9. Altimeter 2998. So everything's still the same except the wind has shifted slightly. Alright. We're fine. I don't like the fact that that's so old. Over an hour old. Let's try another one. Let's see if we can get another one. Get an updated one, man. That's an hour old, man. We need one that's a bit more recent. We would prefer one that's more recent, not an hour, unless it hasn't changed. But oh, I don't know if you can see how those numbers are. Oh, so if you zoom in DLSS, so if you zoom in, it's okay, but if you zoom out, yeah, the numbers are really blurry, like they're breaking the sound barrier type thing. That's one of the downfalls, but what I gotta put up with. Gotta fly to some. Yes. Such is life. Life. Okay, let's see if it gave us a more updated one this time. Alright, it's still the same. Alright. That'll have to do us. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. You may notice that we have started our descent into Vancouver. Yeah, the weather down in Vancouver at the moment is well, we got a bit of a mild wind from out of the southeast, and a few clouds at around 8,000 feet and pretty much broken at 22,000 feet. Temperature is 15 degrees down there. At this stage, we're looking to have you on the ground by 26 minutes past the hour. And if you want to change your clocks, your watches, whatever you use to tell your time, the local time in Vancouver now 11:06 a.m. Monday morning. So we'd just like to thank you for choosing Venom, for getting you to your destination. We hope to see you on a future flight, and we hope you enjoyed the service. So once again, from myself and everyone up here in the cabin, and the crew, and the flight deck, and our cabin crew, we bid you farewell and thank you for choosing Venom. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Then their little farewells. On our way down. It's broken at 22,000. What? And it's still 2,998. See what it here says. Arrival. Oh, yeah. Good. That's fine. After we get down, we can go down to 7,000. 797. So we'll go 7 after we get to 11. Just to keep within the confines of the approach rival for the star. All right. 2998. Make sure that it doesn't change before we get there. We are so close. There we go. Okay. 2998 set 1, 2, 3 times. And passing 17,000. And now. Alright. I don't know if it's Fauché or Fauche. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, where are we right now? And we need to be slowing down. We need to be crossing at 250 knots. Put a bit of speed brake in it and speed back up. Make a radio call. Yeah, I know. It's the speed, mate. See the speed? We need it down below 250. The Vancouver traffic Venom 79 heavy, we're on the Ragged 7 arrival. Overhead post descending through 16,000 feet and estimating Vancouver time 26 Vancouver traffic. Okay. Why are we not descending and why is it going so fast? There we go. Come on, son. Let's go down. Don't be shy. Back. Like they're hitting. There we go. Perfect. Look at that wing just bouncing around out there. Bit of flex going on. And the speed's going back up again. It should not keep their speed very well to low. Morning. Yeah, just relax, man. We need it. Not maintaining speed. Right? I need your warnings. Alright, where are we? We're really close. 7,000. Oh, look at that speed. Bring that back, man. Open the speed window, we'll bring it back to 240. That might help us to get down a bit better. Yeah, she's pretty cloudy, yeah. Alright, so I want to make sure there's no update. We want to make sure we have the latest, greatest, in case there's a change in QNH and everything's out of whack then. Maintaining speed now. Speed. Okay. Fine. Okay, fine. Absolutely. Okay. Please be an updated one. Don't be an old one. Oh, it's still the same old one. Alright. Leave it as that then. Okay, we're gonna the old pack signs on. Get them in their seats. And the lights on. And look at what we're about to go into. Yucky. Alright, Vancouver. You want a bit of a weather show for us, are you? Alright. Nobody around here? Okay, bridge checklist checked. Okay. Cabin crew's ready. Thank you. I'm going to GS6 from up here. Should be able to do it below 10,000. I mean, you can't read the aircraft type, real? Why is that? You read it when we're on the ground. Anyway, worry about that when we get closer, I guess. Okay, and I'm the localizer. Those armed. Bring it. But don't want to be racing in. Out of control, you know. Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah, open those, mate. We can't fly with those. You'll be able to see. Need to be able to see. Okay, electrolyzers captured. Keep down to our clean speed. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to arrive in Vancouver. Okay. Oh, let's head out. $3,000, we want to be 3,000. Okay, we can on the approach. If this GSX is gonna work. Can't read aircraft type. What does that even mean? Never seen that before. Restart again. See if that makes a difference. Go spin, spin. You spin me. Flying. Yes, I know we're flying. Bugger off. Alright. Flaps one. Flaps one set. Speed. Okay. And we'll go flap 5. Flat 5 set. Vancouver traffic, Venom 79 heavies on Alice approach runway 08 left, 10 mile final. Traffic. Alright, close head, coach it. Oh, that's over that side. Oh, we'll wait till we get on the ground then, maybe. That's what the problem is. I don't know. Get flips. And B-Riff is 130. 30. Okay, 135. 135. Flaps full. You break arms. Flaps 30. Okay, checklist. Speed brake arm, landing gear down. Waiting on flaps. Okay, flaps. Landing checklist complete. Thank you, traffic. Venom 79 heavies, 5 mile final, runway 8 left. Okay, here we go. Planning on a Mike 5. AKL Mike 5. That's what we're planning to do. Make sure that happens. But it's thick. Slightly left. Slightly right. Thick. Here we keep drifting.
400.
Pick a spot.
300. 100.
Thick.
200.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Light show. Yep, it's terrible. Drop on Mike 5. Doesn't look like it's a crap texture. The Vancouver traffic Venom 79 heavies vacated 8 left on Mike 5, taxiing via Mike stand 70 Vancouver traffic. Okay. Alrighty. Welcome to Vancouver, ladies and gentlemen. Sharp 10. Yeah, pretty average looking airport, like the scenery. Is that the Sentinel? Wow. But we just landed in gravel. Alright. Right, very close. And oh. And timer will stop the timer. There we go. So we are on time. Made it into. Oh, this looks. That Flight Sim Studio one will look better for 2020 than this does. Looks rather hideous. Very hideous. Rather like. Alright, next taxiway. Next. Oh, wait. We can get GS online. Okay, we gain apron 6, gate 20. No. It'll do. Oop. Down track. Gate 20. Gate. Oh, I don't want gate 20. I want gate 70. My bad. Change facility. Gate 70 right there. Don't know if it has it on here. 70. Give me gate 70. Alright, let's turn off the lights so much fun as that sounds. Don't want to do that. Look how crap the scenery is. Morning, bro. Look how crap the scenery is, man. This is FS Dream Team. That FS, the other one that I had in 2020 was way better. I don't even see what that says. Go. Oh. Parking brake is set. Parking brake set. APU is online. Alright. Let's cut the engines. Welcome to. What a crappy looking scenery. Well, like, honestly, what a crappy looking scenery. Okay. Engines are shut down. Beacons off. Checklist. Oh, okay, let's go and do all this. Turn the fuel pumps off. Hydraulic panel. Fix. The signs off. And all those things. Are they still on? And parking brake is set. We're not turning the radars off. The radars. There we go. And there we go. We arrived 7 minutes ahead of schedule. Here we are in Vancouver. Where the hell's the? Where is everything? Like, look at this. Where's the loaders to come and get out the cargo? Unbelievable. How was the gym, bro? Did you go to the gym? For a trucks, then we can release the brakes. Oh no, we can't. We haven't put the chocks in. What a dickhead. Let's go and put the chocks in. We'll get the just the GPU and all the doors. Where's that front? Why is that open? GPU. Turn that on. Shut the APU. You got a maximum of 15 minutes of APU time in Vancouver. That's from when you arrive to when you leave. Out of it, eh? Alright. Here we are in Vancouver. We made it. We'll disconnect from Betsom. I need that because we're here now. And we made it safely. Awesome. Well done. And we don't need that either. Anyway, thank you for flying with us. Thank you for coming along on this long arms journey from Auckland through to Canada. It's been a pleasure having you with us. And we'll see you on the next one. So, like I said, maybe tomorrow or maybe the day after, because I've actually got things planned tomorrow. People coming. Okay, so this thing doesn't like me disconnecting the brakes, even though shocks are on. But anyway, till the next one. Ka kite.